Hey there everyone, Melissa Jakes with John L. Scott Real Estate, and this week on Cruising Columbia County, we are visiting Hollow's Pizza. It's located in the St. Helens Food Pod. I'm going to tell you that some of my favorites are the jalapeno and the classic pep, and make sure on these guys you get ordered well in advance because they run out of dough. Let's talk to Jaime Mason, the owner of this, and see if he's around and can answer some questions for us. Hello.
Hello.
So this is Jaime, everyone. He is the person that has created this with his partner, Erin, and he is also lead vocalist for There Were Wires, too, in a previous life. You got a couple minutes for me to ask you some questions about Hollow's?
I would love to talk about Hollow's.
Perfect. Can you come out and we can sit at a table?
Yeah, let's do that.
Perfect. All right. All right, so Jaime, what did you do in a previous life prior to owning Hollow's?
Prior to Hollow's, let's see. So I grew up in New England with my partner, Erin. And at the time, I got into a restaurant delivery company when I first moved to Boston. And it was kind of just a job to make ends meet. Mm-hmm. So I could play in a punk band.
Yeah.
And being like kind of a chaotic hardcore band in Boston, which I put a lot of effort into. And so I did it with a bunch of my best friends. And so that job became a career, like kind of not on purpose. I kind of just rolled along with it for many years, like 15 to 16 years, I think I was involved in the restaurant industry. So I had worked with a company called Grubhub, which I think everybody knows.
You're right, yeah.
With their regional office in Oregon. And around 2016, 2017, there was a lot of changes in the company. I decided I just wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
Get out and do something smaller, less red tape, less millions of layers of people to accomplish anything, and just do our own small private thing. And I always loved pizza. I was a latchkey kid that would come home from, elementary school and make pizza for myself, after school. And I was just like, oh, it would just be so nice to just make pizza for a living. Yeah. And somehow we manifested a cart. And just started completely, just self-taught with everything. Everything we did there was no master, apprentice situation. I just kind of dove into it. It's like, we'll just figure it out as we go. And that's what we did. And then we opened Hollow's almost 4 years ago. It's over a little 4 years ago.
During the crazy time of COVID in 2020.
We opened in COVID, the 18th of September, 2020. And we were scared to death.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, and why did you choose St. Helens?
God, well, at the time I was working in Northwest Portland.
Yeah.
And I had gotten very lucky with my the sale of our smaller company to Grubhub. Okay. And we were able to purchase a house. And there's just nothing really in Portland that we were interested in, or was even like near our price range for what we were looking for. And so we started looking further and further out. It just kind of made sense when we came out this way that we have this beautiful river here. It's small. Erin and I are both from small towns.
Okay.
In New England, like very small. So it's comfortable to be in a small town.
Feels more homey.
So homey. And we were able to just get more house for our money. And we had no idea if we would fit in here. I didn't anticipate it. Yeah. I didn't expect anybody would care about what we were doing at all.
Yeah.
At all. But we were just like, let's just see what happens. And it's a lovely town full of lovely people. And every day we're so surprised by just how generous folks are to us.
Well, and speaking of that too, I know that I've seen and heard that you both get your products and produce locally, and you also go out and help out at those farms, right? Or to be able to get those things. And can you tell me a little more about that?
Yeah, because we're so small, we realized, so I was doing supply runs into Portland to get, lots of things that in huge quantities that we normally, no one needs this much food for such a small cart. We have such a limited space. And so Erin was really proactive and would, kind of seek out all these local farms. And there's many, many local farms out here. I'm sure there's a bunch you don't even heard of, that you've never heard of, and that we probably haven't even heard of yet. But we've made some really good alliances and real friendships with local farms. B-side farms. Okay. Matt and Lenny are wonderful. We did an event up there with them, just a farm dinner, and they have this beautiful, beautiful flower farm. It was the most insane, beautiful thing I've ever been part of. And we just got to make pizzas with our little catering oven, and everybody brought their own, made their own food, and it was just incredible. So Overcast Farm is fantastic. There's so many. It's almost hard to like rattle them all off, but look around, and they have amazing produce, and being able to like, feed this community with local, like sustainably grown food is incredible.
Well, and on top of that, I'm sure it adds to the quality. I mean, I love it. You catered my son's second birthday a few years ago because he loved it too at 2 years old.
Kids like Hallows.
They do.
That wasn't my intention, but
adults
kids
do too, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's we're lucky anybody likes it. We kind of did our own thing, and we didn't know if anybody was going to gravitate to it, and we were just very, very busy right off the bat, and that turned into something where people would ask if we would cater their weddings and cater their events, and that's been a whole different. It's basically just we grew another business out of the cart, because the cart doesn't go anywhere. It's so big and heavy, but we do. We have a couple of catering ovens that we bring. On site. So if you ever have anything that you're interested in, having catered for, 30 to 80 people, we're happy to do it.
Well, and can you share with me the catering event you're going to do or already did for somebody, that special couple that you said that they first date was here?
Oh yeah, we're doing a wedding this Friday for our friends Reagan and Fuller, and their first date was at Hallows, and they're like, you have to cater our wedding. So we're gearing up. We're gonna take some time off from the cart this week to go handle their wedding, and we're super excited. This is probably the last big event that we're gonna do for the year, and after that we're gonna be on Sauvie Island the day after.
Oh my gosh!
On Saturday, so we're doing back-to-back events now. We'll be on Sauvie Island doing a Marigold Fest.
Okay.
Which is, I think it's sold out. They were selling tickets for it, but you can check it out online.
That'd be cool,
But that'll be really fun. We're gonna make some wild pizzas, and just yet again be in a beautiful field making pizza somehow. I don't know how this is my life, but it's a good job. That's a good job.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of, you have a limited amount of dough that you make. So when I mentioned earlier when I first started is that get your orders in early. I've been guilty of this where I wait last minute and then I cannot order my pizzas and I have to wait for the next day you're open. Is there any particular reason, just being able to say this is how many we want to do today? And
it's kind of based on waste for us. It's like I have no interest in throwing things away at the end of the night, and everything is, it's one day only, essentially. So I make what I think we can sell comfortably, and maybe a little over, for Fridays and Saturday nights. But mostly it's like, I don't want there to be any waste. And I like the idea of limited items, and like limited availability. I realize it's frustrating. I would be frustrated by it sometimes.
It just makes me crave it more and want to get more the next day. So don't worry about that with me.
I understand if people are frustrated. It's also a matter of space because we have such a small space.
Yeah.
Half of this cart is the pizza oven.
Yeah.
You cannot imagine how big this pizza oven is. So we're really just two people in one tiny little spot. And we don't sell out all the time, but you can always DM us on Instagram. You can order in advance. You can call us. You can email us. If you want pizza before, like most people order online to reserve their spots, and we'll have them right out for you at that pickup time. But we're very receptive to all different types of communication. Doesn't have to be a certain way. We want you to have pizza. We really do.
And I've taken full advantage of several of those means of communication.
Yeah, if you get ingratiated into us, we'll hold that spot no matter what.
Yeah, it's my parents. They come from Southern Oregon, and this is their few places that they request to come out here because they love your pizza.
Oh, that's
the
nice to hear.
Jalapenos, right? With added the honey, spice honey, or
it's the sausage, pepperoni, pickled jalapenos that we do in house, and a drizzle of Mike's hot honey. It's like
delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah.
You can put hot honey on anything, and it's like
Just takes it up a notch.
Yeah. So yeah, we're trying to just have fun while making the best pizzas we can, and and feed as many people as we can without burning ourselves out. A huge part of it is just lifestyle. Like I worked so hard in a corporate environment for so many years, and it was grueling. I don't want a grueling job, and every job is grueling to some degree. I'm the guy that chops all the wood. I'm the guy that makes all the dough. Like it's part of it, but it's so much more gratifying now to have a job where, even if I can't do as much as I want, I always feel good at the end of the day because we have just the most lovely customers, and people are so patient with us, even when we sell out at 3:30 in the afternoon, a half an hour on advanced orders, and we're very, very lucky that we have people that are like so loyal and patient with us.
Yeah. Well, it's a labor of love. You can taste it when you come out. So when I see that it's sold out, I'm like, I missed out, but tomorrow, get in there and place the order a day in advance because it's a labor of love. You can taste it, and it is amazing. Amazing food. You should all definitely try it if you haven't already.
Thank you.
But thank you for letting me interview you today.
Yeah, it was nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Jamie. This is Melissa Jakes. Thanks for joining us on Cruising Columbia County at Hallows Pizza.
Thanks.